Hello, welcome back to my Sunderland FM Community Challenge. We started the season with a win against Bristol City. I've gone on until, as you can see, January the 1st, so a massive jump. So before I show you the results and where we are, have a guess. Last season we did okay towards the end, obviously. But anyway, I think you knew that I signed these players, Phil Jones and Up. I think, yeah, I would say so. Fabio, maybe. David Costas, I got for 250 grand. Um, he hasn't really. I played one game. He'd made an error, and I just didn't like him. So it won't be long till he wants to leave. I got a free transfer with the goalie, just a backup. He hasn't played yet. He looks okay. As you can see, Cal Machine's gone, and he had to go so I can get Taiwo Awoni in, and I bought him because I couldn't have another loanee because I just couldn't put him on the bench. So he's on a horrific. I'll go into detail with him a bit more. But Kyle Minchin, who's going to be a really good player, they got him for 900 grand, which is good. But I don't think he's going to ever play for us. His aggression 6. It might get to 10 or 11, but I don't think so anytime soon. So I'm a bit gutted. I wanted like a sell-on clause, but it wasn't to be. I sold him for basically £1 million. That means we can get Taiwo Awoni in, and I'll show you his contract. But so he came in last day of the season, last day of transfer window. I'll just fly towards our team detail. As you can see, our yellow cards were still the highest. We're not racing away with it. But we're still top, so it's still our tactic. I still got Mark tighter and get stuck in and tackle harder. Got them all on. And our foul count, I know it's not as high as I would like with 23 games, but I think it technically means we're still on course to maybe hit the 1,000 mark, and we're still way ahead of second place. And yeah, I think it's going well. Anyway, I'll show you the schedule. So Bristol City at the top here, 3-2, and that's the run. It's a really good run. There's a few shock results. I was a bit panicky around here, but we just won a really good run. Solid, I would say. Some killer games as well, like 5-all. I mean, we should have won that game. I was absolutely furious about it. Again, 5-4. As you can see, the goal scorer is quite a common theme who's scoring the goals. So there we are with second place. Nottingham Forest have been really good. Fulham have been incredible. But we've just managed to hold our own and play well. So I'm battling for second place. I don't really want to get promoted this season because too many loanees, not enough like actual good players, and I want to just build a team up for a couple of seasons. But I'm not going to turn down success. But as you can see, Awoni and George Pukas are like the main players for us. That's pretty much the team. You can see Awoni's got 17 goals and 15 starts. George Pukas has been really well. He's gone to the World Cup for Romania. I'll show you the World Cup. Spoiler, England didn't win. They have a classic England knockout moment. Nico Williams has been really good. So is Ferguson. Phil Jones has been alright. Like, he's got 11 starts. I've fallen out with, not for the first time either, Ryan Porteous. He's just fallen out again. It's just annoying. Raja Nalagun's going to be leaving us. He did alright, Niles Quancher hasn't really broken into the team because of these two have been unbelievable. But his contract, he wanted like 50 grand a week. It's a bad contract for me. I mean, look at that. Oh, I know. But I thought this guy could probably do something like this where he just smashes in the goals. Cost 5 million. He's already valued 10. Like, I could sell him for 20 to 25 million in a year or two, definitely. He's an incredible player, and he always tears up the championship if you get him in. Teddy Jenks is really improved with the technical. It's gone really. I want to buy him. I want Teddy Jenks. I want Nico Williams. Jared Braithwaite's played really well. I haven't fallen in love with him yet. I'm sure I will. And Conor Gallagher's been good. Ben Pearson and Ben Thompson just, they're snapping people and getting yellow cards, which I expect. Wesley had a good start, but yeah, the two strikers, they're just a 2-on player. They link up really well together. It's just an incredible partnership that is flourishing there. So a small squad. Agony Fakal, or whatever his name is, he's doing really well. When his passing and first touch hit 11, I think he's going to be moved in the first team, and I'm going to play him and treat him like a real player. He's been capped at under 19 level for Spain. He's just getting better and better. He's 17. You can see all these players have got incredible youth. Eric Gill, looks like a solid winger. I reckon again, Sam for big money. David Fulton, I think he might be able to get his aggression up. He's only 16 and he looks like a really good player. Mark Woods, again, he might be one of the players I have to sell. Load him out, get his value up, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, and obviously Adef Uda, the Nigerian, English-born, Nigerian background guy, 6'6". Oh, I cannot wait for him to be good. I reckon when he's 19 to 20, he's going to be in the team. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything to catch you up on. We'll play a game today, obviously, against QPR, was it? QPR, 5th, so it's an important game. Just a win, and then I'll battle on through, maybe towards the end of the season. We'll see. But yeah, so far, so good. Everything has been very, very good. Let me know if you want me to show anything that I'm missing. Let me know about signings, but the squad's small. The finances aren't amazing, but, you know, if we can get to the Premier League, I just want Teddy Jenks. I feel like we've trained him up. We've played him the most. He's starting to get good now. He'll cost a bit of money, like a couple of mil. It's getting higher pretty much all the time, of course. And Nico Williams as well. I really want Nico Williams, Teddy Jenks, yeah, and Reece Williams maybe. Or maybe I'll go in. But Fulham have been doing amazing. They got Daniel James, and yeah, just really good people. Top goal scorers obviously Fulham got Brenner, but our two strikers are doing really well themselves. And while we're here, fouls, obviously Dan James is the most fouled. And yeah, that's good. Then Ben Pearson, the highest fouler. Connor Roberts, that'll be interesting. Maybe he might suit the role. He looks like a good player. Ben Thompson, Ryan Tunnicliffe, which is incredible because Tunnicliffe doesn't really start. And Conor Gallagher, Ferguson, Williams. I mean, yeah, I feel better seeing them now. That I thought maybe we'd eased off the way that we play, but still kind of the same tactic and all that stuff. I feel like I've waffled on enough for a bit of a catch up. I think Nalligan's leaving, by the way. At the end of the year, which is good. Excuse me. But yeah, I think it's an interesting. Joan Sforza plays at Man City. He's on my Newell save from not long ago. The current save I got going with Norwich, and yeah, it's really nice to see that he moves to Man City on this one. I just refused to sell him on mine, and his career didn't pan out the best. So yeah, I think we'll dive straight into it. So just before the QPR game, as you can see, the World Cup kind of messed up our season a bit. We're on a good run. We made like 3 games over the course of like a month and a half. Like we still played a couple of games between it was going on. But anyway, Holland beat Portugal in the penalties. England get past Romania. Jamaica get past Norway. You can read the rest. France scraped through against Poland. Spoiler, you can see France do end up winning, sadly. But Mbappe gets a second World Cup. I mean, come on. Jamaica beat England 1-0. That's mental. France, good games, basically. Semi-final. Jamaica lose to France 3-2. I mean, Jamaica were unbelievable. So, did they? No, they lost it. They lost. But who cares about that game? And then France, in extra time, win 2-1 against Brazil. So, Neymar doesn't get a World Cup. But Mbappe gets 2. Yeah, so a bit crazy. So, this is the formation, the team for the QPR game. Ferguson, Williams, the classic fullbacks. Burge in goal, who's been really good, but we need to replace him definitely next year. Finley, Braithwaite, Dobson as a DM, Tunnicliffe, Pearson, Gallagher, Puskas, and Awoni. And we'll dive straight into it. So the game's underway. Let's get a win. Let's keep that top 2 hunt going on. I mean, it's going to be difficult. I mean, I'm a bit worried if we do get promoted, purely because, like I said, the team is so underdeveloped. I'll go balanced because we're getting dominated by QPR here. Yeah, it's an unbelievable chance, I think. A few big clubs got promoted. I think Watford, Norwich, and somebody else, obviously, from last season. And like Cardiff, Reading, who were in the Championship, got relegated again. And I think it's just a bit of an easier Championship with the teams. Not easier, but not as big names. I think that's why Fulham are probably walking away with it. Awoni's been put through, and that's for some reason he's offside, like disallowed, and he's offside apparently. But it looked like that couldn't be offside. Let's have a look at this one. But that's Awoni in a nutshell. I suppose maybe he was then. He's walking backwards. He was doing the Van Nistelrooy, so hard to see. I think me and Notts Forest are going to be battling for second, and I would say maybe Notts will pip us in the end. Pip us? I don't know. Let's keep you out to break away here. Gallagher sweeps up back to Ferguson, who's wanted, and he's been so valuable as that left back, like a creative left back. I'm glad I paid over the odds for him now. The style that I need, that's why I need to pay the money. As Nico Williams once again sets it Awoni with a really good goal, and that happens an awful lot. Nico Williams, I keep yapping on about it, but we need to sign him. We need to get him. I can't just keep loaning him. I will, but I feel like that journey might not end well. As we're 1-0 up, Notts Forest go 1-0 up against Bristol City. But right now, we're 2 points clear. We're not far behind Fulham. I beat Nottingham Forest and Fulham 2 games in a row, and that really caught them up and made Sunderland a threat again, I would say, in the league for sure. Because they were like 10 points ahead or 11, and Notts were like 6 or 7. And mentally, I think we made them wobble a bit as Ferguson, the assist king, whips it into Findlay's head. Findlay's been okay. He's on and off. He's quite he's on and off. Porteous is quite aggressive. He's quite a risk. Phil Jones, to be fair, has been fine. It's just like the lonely thing. I can only have 5, and I got like 7 lonelies, and they're all like, I wish I could play them all. So I've got to balance it out a bit. And because he's on loan, I'd rather play the ones that aren't. As Puskas gets his bonks on it, but the goalie saves it. Jared Braithwaite is really good as well. I feel like he's someone I keep my eye on. He's such a physical player. I imagine having him and Reece Williams like 6'6" and 6'5". That'd be badass. Tunnicliffe, considering he's 29 now, turning 30, I feel like he won't be here for much longer, but he's been really good as a Awoni, and that's what he does. Ben Pearson finds that Ben Pearson's such a good ball winner, but he's like really good at passing, like 15 for passing, which is like incredible for someone who's like doesn't have to be a playmaker. That's a really good ball. It's a really good finish. We'll watch it one more time. Why not? Pearson, bump straight there. Good first touch, and he is just an absolute goal machine. But I will be careful. Box to box. Ben Thompson is the king of the cards. I mean, I reckon he's had the most yellow. I think he's got like 38 yellow cards in 2 seasons for me, and like 2-3 red cards. We'll see. I'll probably keep an eye on that and keep the players tallied up. Who's the highest yellow card / foul? I think Ben Thompson is the guy. Busquets to Braithwaite. Don't lose the ball here. Spins that wide to Ferguson. Tunnicliffe. Dobson. Dobson's contract runs out. I can't really offer him a contract right now because the Awoni deal and like our money's pretty tight. Oh, interesting. I'm just hoping no one offers him a contract and I can just get Dobson back because he's club captain and I like him. He's a good squad player to have anyway. And I think he's a starter at the moment anyway to that defence mid. I think he occupies it quite well. Like physically, mentally he's good. And technically he's not great like on the ball or even defending. He's just a bit of a unit really. As QPR look to respond now, they've fallen behind quite easily, so I think they might pull him back. They smash one in. Lyndon Dykes, who always scores past me. We lost to QPR 5-2 in the reverse fixture, and he just was doing my head in. Hopefully we can hold on, especially that we've had this good form, and Fulham are technically slipping up. They're pulling it back, but enough about them. More about us. It's Ferguson, he's not going to score from there. They never really do. Ferguson, good save. Yeah, I think it's hard to do transfers. Like, you've got to really sieve through a lot of people that qualify and not. So, as we nearly get the goal that I think, just for a laugh, we'll get Nils on. See if you can create a goal. Gallagher for Max Power. Why not? Max Power just gets red cards now and again, which is fine because that's the way we want to play our football. If I get a sending off, I just drop the attack mid, and to be honest, it carries on the same most of the time. Like, attack mid can be such a passenger sometimes, or especially defensively, they don't really do too much. As Tunnicliffe tries to split there. Appleton, I think he used to be an ex-Sunderland player. Most people with a challenge probably kept him and used him quite well, but he didn't know how to do a 2-footed lunge, so he has to go. Thompson to Awoni to Power to Nils. Go on for all time's sake. Oh, he's someone that if he keeps his value and people are interested in him, maybe I'll chip on. I say maybe, I definitely would. But hopefully we're unbalanced. Let's not throw this away. This could be a huge moment. The cameras are on us. Can we keep it? I think we have lots of extra time. Where did it come from? I don't know. Finley. Ooh, Thompson. There we go. Dobson. Go on, give us a goal for the overtime. Thompson. Yeah. Well, that's it. Surely. Oh. Surely it's end of highlight. I mean, it's not like someone scored or subs came on. Surely. This doesn't look good. This is nearly double time of overtime. And usually, you would know why. Okay, that's it now, surely. As Derby go 3-0 up against Blackpool, who were doing really well in League One with us. And now I think they're doing pretty bad in the Championship. As QPR look to just ruin the party with a rubbish goal. They don't. We get through it somehow. 2-1, massive win. Yeah, I think the gap still remains the same. Only with the 2 goals. It's good that you get to see him in his, his ability. 17 league games, 18 league goals. I mean, yeah, he's a handful. So that's pretty good. I think there's not going to be too much business. Maybe a sale and stuff like that, but I just can't afford it, and it's really difficult. So I'll try and come back. Well, I will come back obviously towards the end of the season, but hopefully we snap a few people, get a few more yellows, and we just keep on winning. You never know, we might be in the Premier League. I hope you enjoyed this video and this episode. If you did, give it a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.